to the unboxing of the Esprit Digital InstaScan unit. Okay, you received your InstaScan unit, congratulations. Inside the unit you have everything you need to be able to do temperature sensing straight away. Open the box, remove the foam packaging, and inside the unit you will find the devices. You will basically have the power supply in a box, you will have the foam protection, and you will have the InstaScan unit. The InstaScan unit comes wrapped and the screen is protected for your protection. Okay, that is what comes in the box. The InstaScan and the power supply for your region. This, for instance, is an American power supply. Once you have your InstaScan unit, you'll notice it has a protective covering on it. 2 tabs. Whilst it will work for testing purposes because it has been cut out, you have to remove these tabs for use. Pull it off and dispose of them safely. The InstaScan unit has got a whole load of cables on the bottom, and we can run through those a bit later. And it has either a pole mounted back or a flat back if you have the wall mounted version. If you have the wall mounted version, the rear of the unit will be flat and there will be a bracket in the box with some screws. In order to install the pole mounted version, you can either have a desk mounted solution, a bit like this one here, which I will show you afterwards, or a pole mounted solution. And you simply take the cables, you remove the washer from the cables, okay, and push the cables through the hole in the device, bring the washer up underneath, place the InstaScan through it, and simply just tighten on the washer. Okay, it's a very quick and easy installation. And all the InstaScan requires to run is 12 volts through the power supply, which you get, and you just plug into the wall. The next part of this demo is the plugging in of your InstaScan. So you plug your plug socket into the wall and then place your InstaScan down safely. Look on the bottom cables and you'll see there is a small round connector. Okay, and effectively you take your power and you plug it in. As soon as you plug it in, the device will click and it will do a reboot. You can hopefully see it. So the light comes on and flashes on and off. And then you see a little box appear on the screen. This is booting up. It will then boot through Android and eventually pop up live with the application. You do not need to do anything to start the application at all. It will automatically start. And there you have it, automatically started. How to access your InstaScan device. You will need a mouse with a scroll ball. As long as you have a mouse with a scroll ball and it is plugged into the USB ports on the InstaScan unit, you can access all the functionality of the unit without needing any internet whatsoever. So after your unit is on and powered up, plug in your mouse. How to set up the internet on your InstaScan. Take your mouse and right click on it and you'll get a box up. In the box you have to enter your password. Out of the box it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Click on OK and you will exit the application. Click on the cog, and when you're on the cog you go to Wi-Fi at the top and you set up Wi-Fi as you would on any mobile phone. By right clicking the mouse you go back a step. At this point it's advisable to also set the date and time and your time zone. Right click out, come back to the desktop, and to restart the application click MIPS. How to access the menu system within your InstaScan. Click on the scroll ball on the mouse and the same window will pop up. Enter your password, click OK, and you'll enter the menu screen. In the menu screen you'll see the logon management, which enables you to connect to the SaaS system if you want to, the application settings, which allows you to change all the settings in the device, face data entry, which allows you to add faces to be recognised on the system from the device. Application information is just information about what has been installed on the device. The pass record is all the information related to who has gone past and who has been scanned. And face database shows all the stored faces that you want to be stored on the device. So let's start with application settings for now. Click on Application Settings and you get a whole range of items. In the items, you get to change the name of the device. Remember, right-clicking takes you back. Here you can type in the name of the device and where it's being installed. This is very important when you're setting up a device to go onto the SaaS servers, because it makes it much easier to find the device amongst the thousands of devices that are already connected. The body temperature setting is where all of the information is put in order to collect the data around the actual scan. So, do you want to do a body temperature test? Do you want to have temperature compensation? Is the unit going to be used indoor and outdoor? The threshold for the alarm. This is where you set the temperature that you want the unit to go up to before the alarm goes off. Out the box, it is set at 37.3 degrees centigrade. Do you want an alarm to go off when someone is running a fever? Do you want the display in centigrade or Fahrenheit? Would you like the fan on? In hot environments, it's sometimes advisable to have the fan on when you are running the temperature scanner. Mask detection allows you to turn on or off whether the unit is looking to see whether someone is wearing a mask, and then stranger mode and stranger record are to decide whether you want to store people's faces or not that have not authorized this. Right-clicking again takes you out and takes you into the other settings. Other settings within the device. Volume setting. Here you're able to adjust the sound level of the device. Startup settings. Here you are able to disable the auto startup on the unit. So for instance, if you wanted to do a lot of work on the back-end desktop within Android, you could disable this for now, but do remember to come back and turn it back on. Otherwise, if the device loses power and comes back on, the application will not restart. Recognition effect. What happens when it does recognize someone? So here you can say that if it does recognize someone, it shows a picture of them or it shows their name. It allows you to turn on or off the red light at the top, and it will also disable the light completely. Password settings. Here's where you can update the password and take it from the standard 123456 to a password of your choice. Camera resolution. You're able to downgrade the resolution. This is quite often useful in dark environments. Lock screen brightness. This is the screensaver brightness on the display. Restart time shows how quickly the unit will do a restart after you have exited the menus. Relay settings is the control for the external outputs of the device. These are the I/O controls, etc., which allow you to open doors, press buzzers. Others is where you can do updates for hardware and software should you require it. If you have the SaaS model, it gets done automatically. And application initialization wipes the device and takes it back to factory default. By right-clicking out, you get back to the main menu. How to connect your device up to the SaaS server. For this, you will require a license for the SaaS server, and you will also require the URL address where to point your InstaScan to. Once you have this information and your InstaScan is on the internet, you are able to click on the ball, type in your password, click OK, go to the top button, Login Management, click on Login, and here type in your address for the server where you want the InstaScan to point. Once you've found that address and you click on Login, it will come up and tell you welcome back if it's already connected, or welcome if it's the first connection. And now your unit will say login in green. Once it says that in green, your device is now talking to your server. Now I'm going to show you how to control your InstaScan device using the server software. Open up a web browser on your computer. We recommend using Google Chrome. From the web browser, type in the address of your server. This is displayed once you install the server application on your chosen device. From here, enter your username and password. And you'll see the opening page. on the opening page, you have a snapshot of the network as it is right now. Clicking on Device Management, Device List will take you to all of your connected devices at the moment. This device sitting next to me is Test House. So, in the device here, you can click on the button, and once you click on the button, you activate the changes in the settings for this device. And in here, you are able to go into Body Temperature Test and make the changes that I showed you while you were doing it with the mouse on the actual unit. So remotely, if the device is connected to the SAS system, you can make all of the changes that we made previously. You're able to change the parameters on the unit. Here's where you can change the company name. So, as an example here, you can change the company name to Esprit at Home. You can see at the bottom here, it's now changed to Esprit at Home. Also within the parameter settings, you are able to make other changes. So you're able to set what happens to the serial port. You're able to set what happens to the WeGAN output. You can turn on and off the swipe, the RFID swipe. You're able to perform a reboot. So if I click restart, you'll see that instantly as I press restart, okay, the device in question does a reboot, which it is now doing behind me. We can update the software on the unit remotely. By clicking Upgrade Client, you can change the volume and you can change the auto start settings. There is additional information that you can do along here. As an example, on this device, if I click on the Operate button, I can go in, I can change the name as we talked about before. I can actually change the name of the unit. So this one's called Test House. If I go in here, I can give it a new name. Do all those settings, but I can also update the picture. So if I want to update the picture that appears on my InstaScan unit to, say, for instance, the Esprit logo, press OK, there's the logo, and you see it appear instantly on the device. Personnel management is where you update employees. Here, you can see myself. I have been updated onto the unit. And if I click on the Operate button, you can see my information. I am person ED4. And if you go down, I've put myself as male. I'm not in an attendance group. However, I have put in an IC card number. So my IC card number is my card that I have here. And if I touch the screen, it will know who I am. Pass management shows you the records of all the people that have passed that day. So if I go to yesterday as an example, click search, you'll see all the people that have passed that day in the unit. Okay. When you first log on to the device and you connect it up to the server, you will not see it appear in this box. You have to let us know what device you've got and where you've put it, and we will put it into this server. If you are hosting your own server, it will appear in your lobby and you can then put it into the right location. All of the information is on the instructions. That should give you a really good idea about how to use your InstaScan unit. Should you have any other questions, please go to the website www.espritdigital.com and search for InstaScan. You'll find your manuals and information there. Thank you.